What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I do have a new song out recently called Summer Gravity, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, there is a new proposal up to create a Hive and USDC liquidity pool pair on base, and so I want to talk about that, but actually what I really want to talk about is just the broader like avenues that are starting to open up for Splinterlands, specifically for obviously SPS, in terms of like the on-ramps or off-ramps if people want to use it. Obviously they go both ways. So the on-ramps in which people can join this game. So first, let's dive into this proposal, right? What it's asking to do is to essentially power down all of our Hive. Again, we're not going to sell all of it, but we're not even going to sell any of it, but to power down 100% of our Hive. And then once we have $100,000 worth, we will stop the power down and essentially bridge that Hive over onto base where there is a wrapped version of it there, and then bridge 100,000 of these stable coins that we have on BSC over to base, convert them to USDC, and create a new Hive and USDC position on Aerodome Finance with 0.3% fees. So note, this proposal aims to make Hive more accessible to US customers via Coinbase, while the bridges have already been built and the tokens are launched. The tokens need more liquidity. So similar to what we did with SPS and USDC, we want to do that with Hive as well. So this could have some benefits and potential risks. So the benefits: help the Hive ecosystem with easier on and off ramp through Coinbase, generate fees from trades utilizing the position. The SPS DAO gets 5% of any bridge fees from Hive to EVM, and this shows our commitment to helping to strengthen the Hive ecosystem, which I think is really important. I'll get to that in a second. The risks, obviously, impermanent loss, right, which would be mitigated by any kind of like stable pairing. Reduce curation and voting power, and there's some chance the Hive users won't care to buy or sell through the position. But here's the thing, and I actually want to cover this first, and then I'll get into the other topic in a second. I like this a lot. I'm going to vote for it. It just came out in terms of the draft proposal phase, so I assume it's probably going to get a decent amount of support if Clay is posting this, right? But I like the fact that it is essentially strengthening Hive and then giving Hive users, especially those in the US, an easier way to go directly into Hive or off of Hive, right? And the DAO essentially benefits from that, whether it's the bridge fees or whether it's the liquidity pair fees, right? The DAO is essentially becoming, or I should say the SPS DAO is becoming a real partner in many senses to the Hive ecosystem. And I hope that, the Hive ecosystem will continue to take that into consideration. Obviously, the proposal that we had, I think for the 500,000 HBD, that stuff is done now, but we want to have a good relationship with Hive. We're sticking around there for the long term. So I think helping to do this, and you look back at the 2021 bull run, Splinterlands was the one of the main reasons that I think a lot of people, including myself, got onboarded into the Hive ecosystem as a whole. So just creating this very positive synergy where it's like, okay, rising tide raises all ships. So if Hive goes up, hopefully they take Splinterlands with us. If Splinterlands goes up, then or SPS, then hopefully we take the Hive ecosystem with us. So I like the way that this is being set up. I think it's a good thing to do, and it increases the amount of avenues that people can get into the game or just get into the Hive ecosystem, which of course includes Splinterlands. The other thing that I'm going to mention real quick is the fact that BNB, or the BNB token, was recently listed on both Coinbase and Robinhood. At least I got notifications sometime last week, and I wanted to do a video, but I'm glad that both of these things kind of happened, and I'm able to talk about them in a single video here, because for the longest time, right, SPS is a BNB native token. For the longest time, it was really difficult for US users to be able to, get BNB in the first place, right? You had to like bridge over a bunch of different things. And now it's just like the crypto regulations in general, right, in the US are easing to such an extent that, to me, this is fantastic news, not just for Splinterlands, but, just crypto in general, where you can see that the onboarding for a project like Splinterlands has become significantly easier, especially for those in the US, especially for those that use Coinbase, right? Coinbase wasn't touching BNB. I was even surprised Robinhood did it as well, right? So now the fact that they are is going to be something where people can come in and they can go through Coinbase and use the base LP, right? Or they can come in and if they want to keep their tokens on, I don't know, BNB for whatever example, they can go in and through that route and bridge it from BNB. So I like the fact that there's a lot of different avenues. People, get very chain specific for whatever reason, right? They like their chains. And so to me, this is a very good sign. It's opening a lot of avenues. And I will say this, the only reason that I even considered Splinterlands and joining Splinterlands and even like checking out the tokens was because of the fact that SPS was on BNB 4 years ago. Now, obviously the ecosystem has changed a lot, right? But the fact that, now we have all these different avenues, I truly believe is a good thing, because wherever people are at, whatever chains that they're comfortable with, we're creating those on-ramps for people to come in. And again, off-ramps if people want to exit or take their profit, or as I like to say, their ice cream money. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm curious to see if anybody has like a strong objection to this. I'd be curious to hear your reason. But otherwise, that is all I have for you guys in this video. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.